Menace. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Lead a tactical strike force against an alien threat in this turn-based tactical RPG from the developers of Battle Brothers. Answer distress calls across different worlds, train and equip infantry, deploy tanks and mechs, and plan and execute missions in detailed turn-based battles. Now this is the early access version that I've been playing. It comes out on the 5th, and I'm a day late on the review. I do apologise. I wanted this out yesterday, but I couldn't get it done because of other things that was going on. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Here it is now. Now, I've been through this turn-based love-hate relationship. I loved them early on. In fact, I think Desperados might have got Game of the Year on my channel, or certainly runner-up. I did like me turn-based games. I have for years, right since Battle Isle, really. But I went off them a few years ago, and then I kind of got back into them about 6 months ago, and this has put me off again. Everybody seems to like this, but me, I'm not a fan, unfortunately. Now, that's not to say it's not a good game. It's clearly a very good game, but it's not your normal turn-based game. There's a lot of stuff in this that I don't like. I'm kind of like a stuck in me ways turn-based kind of guy. I like the old school turn-based stuff. This is just too much, really. I found it quite boring. There was too much faffing and not enough action. Loads and loads of stuff that you've got to take into consideration. And I found myself like planning a mission for 10 bloody minutes, looking at all the different things I could buy in the shop, looking at how much weight each thing is. I don't think it's actually weight, it's storage, I think. Actually, I don't even know what the hell it is. All I know is the better shit you buy, the less you can take, because each mission that you go on has like a maximum value of what, we'll call it a value. I don't know what the hell value it is, but it has this maximum number, and everything that you take with you also has a number. Normally you have weight in a backpack in your standard kind of survival games. Well, in this, everything's taken into consideration. Every piece of armor, every weapon, every grenade, and even if you promote one of your guys, his value goes up as well. So you have to make sure you're under or on this value, and that means sometimes you may want to deselect some squad from your squad leaders. You get 8 that you have per squad leader, but you can tweak that down to 6, 5, 4, whatever you want, but that unit will no longer be firing with 8 other squad units when it engages into battle. So you've got to work all that in to what you're going to deploy into each mission. And then when you're in the game, you've got to do maths all the time in the game. You've got to, it costs 40 to fire your weapon, 20 to deploy into a crouched prone position so you get better accuracy. To move a certain amount of places, it costs you X amount of action points. I mean, this has kind of been the way it's always been, but in this, it's just more complicated, because normally you would get, 4 action points. So each move is an action point, and then a fire is an action point, a reload's an action point. It's all like numbers. I mean, it has it wrote down on the screen as to how far, but it was just another finicky thing that I thought. And there's no Overwatch in this at all, and I love Overwatch. It's like crazy not to have Overwatch, because when you put someone in Overwatch, if they see somebody, they're going to shoot at them, which they would in real life. But in this, they just sit there and go, so you're moving into that place right in front of me, ready to blow my brains out. I like it, son. So there's no Overwatch at all, and the maps are bland, and the maps are all procedurally generated, which means you're never going to get a really good map that's been handcrafted with ambush points and stuff. They're all kind of very open. Well, a lot of them are very open, with just like a sprinkling of the same assets that you see in every other mission on that particular planet that you're on. There's different planets that you do missions on. So I wasn't a fan of the maps. It just all kind of, there was too many little things. None of these are huge issues that I found, but when you've got a lot of these issues, it kind of makes you sad, You're kind of like, oh God, no, I've got to do this, no, I've got to do that. And there's a load more as well. You've got a whole spaceship to kit out with stuff. Off-map things that you can bring in. It's such a deep game that I spent so much time sorting out what I was buying, what I was spending me multiple currencies on, bartering on the black market and all of that. And for me, a turn-based game at the best of times is slow, but to slow it right down to this snail's pace crawl of planning, bartering and working shit out just sent me to sleep. And the ultimate one that I didn't like was suppression, the way suppression works in this game. You can have somebody that you can't see on the map who will just shoot at you from the shadows, you can't see them, and they can suppress one of your units. Now what that'll do is, if they manage to suppress your unit will go prone, well into a deployed position. They'll lose a huge chunk of their action points for the next go, so they'll be able to do sweet Fanny Adams. They lose accuracy on the neck. They become absolutely useless on the battlefield until you can bring up another squad to get rid of because it doesn't stay the suppression, it'll go off on the next go. But if you can't bring somebody else up, the enemy will just keep you suppressed. Also, guys, the dialogue's appalling. It's cringe slop. It sounds like a modern day Gen Z movie. Everybody's a smartass on the battlefield, full of whips all the time that aren't even funny, just cringe. Anyway, let's look at some of the good shit. I like the weapons. The weapons were good. There's also mechs and shit in it as well, which is cool. I like the black market, the stuff that you can buy on there. That's really good. It ran well on my machine, although my fans were on quite a bit, but I never had to use upscaling or anything like that. So the game works well on an oldish machine. And I found the AI pretty good. They pulled back when they were going to get run over a lot of the time. I don't mean run over physically by a truck. I mean when they were going to get overrun. They tried to flank me. They went all the way across the map on one of the finale missions and tried to flank me, which I was very impressed with. And I also had the AI kind of beat, but there was a few units left, and I set a kind of trap. I just pulled back, expecting them to walk straight forward at me, because the others had kind of been really attacking me hard, but they didn't. They sat there and says, "Hey, you want me? Come and get me." And it was quite heavy casualties flushing them out. So the AI aren't stupid, but I've played better. I've played a lot better turn-based games than this. It's a good game. I hope it does well. It's going to be in early access for a year, and they're going to twiddle it a few times and bring some more content in, so we'll see what it's like in a year's time. But yeah, I'm pleased so many people are enjoying it. It's good that we have some good games coming out. This just unfortunately wasn't for me, but yeah, it's a decent game, definitely.